The last battle of HMS Temeraire, a glorious end. HMS Temeraire was no ordinary ship. Launched in 1798, she was a 98-gun second-rate ship of the line, built to defend Britain's empire at the height of the Napoleonic Wars. Her story is forever intertwined with the most famous sea battle in British history, the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805, where she earned the nickname the Fighting Temeraire for her bravery and unwavering service. But her last journey, though peaceful and free of cannon fire, is just as storied as her actions in battle. This narrative is proudly brought to you by Polly Speaks For You. At Polly Speaks For You, we are committed to empowering individuals, especially those with disabilities or learning challenges, through innovative text-to-speech and voice recognition technology. Polly Speaks For You is more than just software. It's a tool for self-expression, connecting people with the world in meaningful ways. By blending the richness of history with cutting-edge technology, Polly Speaks For You demonstrates that every voice, whether preserving the past or shaping the future, has the potential to inspire. While we strive to make the story engaging, our primary focus is on storytelling itself. The visuals are secondary. We're showcasing the remarkable capabilities of text-to-speech software that bring these stories to life. This is the tale of a ship's final battle, one not fought with guns and men, but with time itself. The story of a once proud warship's last voyage up the River Thames, a farewell to a golden age of sail that was rapidly being replaced by the unrelenting march of industrial progress. The Battle of Trafalgar, Temeraire's finest hour. To understand HMS Temeraire's final journey, we must first look back at her greatest day, October 21st, 1805, at the Battle of Trafalgar. Under the command of Admiral Horatio Nelson, Britain's fleet took on the combined naval forces of France and Spain off the coast of Cape Trafalgar. HMS Temeraire followed Nelson's flagship, HMS Victory, into the heat of battle. As Victory bore the brunt of enemy fire, Temeraire closed in, ready to support her fleet's commander. In a furious close-quarters battle, Temeraire engaged not just one, but two enemy ships, the French ship Redoutable and the Spanish San Agustin. In a display of courage, she came to Victory's aid and helped capture both ships, ensuring British dominance at sea. Her actions that day were legendary, and she left Trafalgar with two captured ships in tow, cementing her place in history. The battle had not only solidified Britain's naval supremacy, but also made Temeraire a national hero. Her name would forever be associated with valor and sacrifice. Years of service and decline. Following Trafalgar, HMS Temeraire continued to serve the Royal Navy during the Napoleonic Wars. She was deployed in blockades and saw action in various engagements. However, as the years passed, the great ship's role changed. By the 1820s, Britain's enemies had been vanquished, and peace returned to the seas. HMS Temeraire, like many of her sister ships, became obsolete in a rapidly changing world. She was eventually reassigned to less glamorous duties. For a time, she served as a guardship in Plymouth and later as a prison and hospital ship. This was a sad fate for a ship that had once stood at the pinnacle of naval power. The world was moving on, and the age of sail, in which Temeraire had thrived, was giving way to new technologies. The rise of steam, HMS Temeraire's final voyage. By 1838, HMS Temeraire had been decommissioned. The mighty warship that had once faced enemy fleets now sat idle, her guns silent. With no further use for her, the Royal Navy sold the ship to a shipbreaker, and she was set to be dismantled. But her last voyage would not be forgotten. On a quiet autumn day in September 1838, HMS Temeraire embarked on her final journey. Tugged by a small, black steam-powered tugboat, the great ship was towed down the River Thames from Sheerness to Rotherhithe, where she would be broken up. This was a symbolic moment. Her final battle wasn't against a foreign fleet, but against the relentless march of progress. The sight of the grand ship, once a symbol of British power, now humbled by the rise of industrial technology, evoked a deep sense of nostalgia and loss. J.M.W. Turner's The Fighting Temeraire. It was this poignant moment that inspired the famous British painter J.M.W. Turner to capture her last journey in his masterpiece. The Fighting Temeraire tugged to her last berth to be broken up, 1838. In the painting, Turner portrays the Fighting Temeraire glowing in the soft, fading light of the setting sun, symbolic of the ship's heroic past and the end of the golden age of sail. In stark contrast, the steam tug pulling her is small, black, and unremarkable, representing the industrial future. Turner's use of light and color evokes a deep sense of melancholy and nostalgia for an era that was passing away. It was not just the ship's journey but the passing of a way of life, where honor, courage, and glory on the high seas had been replaced by machines and steam engines. The painting became a symbol of Britain's love affair with its naval heritage and is considered one of the greatest works in British art. It was a tribute not just to HMS Temeraire, but to every ship and sailor who had fought for Britain's dominance at sea. Legacy of HMS Temeraire. Though HMS Temeraire never fought another battle after Trafalgar, her legacy endured far beyond her active service. She became a symbol of a proud naval tradition and a reminder of the fleeting nature of technological progress. Her final journey, immortalized in Turner's painting, came to symbolize the end of an era, the transition from the age of wooden sailing ships to the age of steam and iron. In many ways, HMS Temeraire's final voyage was her most significant. While her actions at Trafalgar earned her a place in history, it was her dignified exit, watched and remembered by so many, that truly captured the public's imagination. Her story became one of national pride, a symbol of Britain's rise to global power and the passing of that same power into a new age. HMS Temeraire may have been broken up for scrap, but her spirit, her bravery, and her story live on. She remains, to this day, a reminder of Britain's naval glory and the inevitable march of progress that leaves even the greatest of ships behind. In every museum, painting, and history book where she is remembered, HMS Temeraire continues to fight her final battle, the battle to remain a hero of the past, even as the world moves forward. Conclusion: an enduring legacy. The story of HMS Temeraire resonates through time not just for her wartime heroics, but for her role as a symbol of change. From the pinnacle of naval warfare to her final journey as an obsolete relic, her story captures the essence of an era of great transformation. Her final battle was not fought with cannons, but with dignity, as she sailed one last time into history. If you're enjoying this story, please remember to hit like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue creating content that educates and empowers. To learn more about South Africa's leading accessibility software and to support our dyslexic-friendly initiative, visit www.paulaspeaks4u.co.za. Thank you for watching.